Morning everyone. Today's art journal prompt, week 6. I can't believe we're on week 6 already. That's incredible. Where has time gone? But today's prompt is believe. I've got an idea, although I've got no idea what I want to use. I want to use some of these wonderful embellishments that I've been receiving from all you wonderful ladies. And I can't decide which ones to use. I want to use this background. This is a piece of the napkin paper that Weenie sent me. I've backed it, I've fused it onto some with some freezer paper just to give it some stability, and then I've trimmed it to size. So that's what I definitely want to use for my background. And then I want to use some of these flowers, but I haven't decided yet which ones. So I'm going to sort of push these to one side for a minute, and then I just want to do some more to this background. Now, I know that Weenie has used Dilution Spray inks for the napkin on this because she told me and said to be careful because obviously they're water reactive. So I've grabbed some Calypso Teal and some fresh lime, and I'm just going to spray a bit more ink just to get rid of the white spaces and fill the page in. There we go. That will do nicely. I'll have a bit more of the teal here, and then I'm just going to dab that off with a napkin and get my hands all nice and inky as usual. There we go. And then what I want to do is get some kind of water reaction on this. And I don't know whether I'm going to do it with stencils actually. Right, I'll be back. Right, I'm going to try spraying with the I can't get my words out, Dilutions White Linen. I don't use this very often, and I've just had to go to the sink to unclog it as well. But I fancied sort of a bit of a powdery background. I'm not sure sort of how much we'll get from this, and then I'm sort of using the reverse image as well. Well, not a huge amount, but we've got some interest. I think I'd quite like a little bit more. Right, now I want to do a couple of things to this background. I just absolutely love, I don't know whether you can see them, these green splatters here, and that was from the fresh lime. When I sprayed it, it splattered. So I've put just a couple of squirts of fresh lime just in one of these mince pie tins left over from Christmas, and I'm just going to add a few more of those splatters. Not too many, but there we go. I think that will do it. And then I've grabbed a chalk pastel in white, and I just want to try and lighten some of the areas slightly. Now, I don't want a harsh line. How am I going to do this? Let's just, I want it to look as if it's blended in and not stand out too much. So let's just see if I can do this just to lighten some of these darker areas here. And then I want to do the same over here. And actually this is really nice because it's picking up the bumps on the kitchen towel as well, and I like that. So just lightly touching, just again sort of, you know, trying to get a good contrast. Let's try and blend this a little bit. Right, there we go. That looks better to me. Let's accentuate that white line there. I like that. There we go. I wonder if we could do the same thing sort of over here actually, and sort of mimic it. There we go. Yep, I'm liking that. And then I think what I want to do is grab some white paint and add a few marks with a credit card and some circles, some lids. So I'm just going to grab a couple of bits and pieces. Right, now I want to add some white lines. I've got a couple of pieces of gloss cardstock that were lying around on my desk, and then I've put some white paint on my palette. I'm just using the Crawford and black acrylic. I was going to use the Dilutions, and let me show you. Well, I'm going to have to complain to Ranger. Look at that cottage cheese, and you know, there's a good quarter of a tub left there. I must admit, as much as I love the colours of these Dilutions, I'm not impressed because I've had a problem with my white and I had to get a new one. Ranger were really good when I reported it and asked me to send photos, but it shouldn't go like that, should it? Right, okay. Oh, hang on, my piece of cardstock is stuck. So I just want to add some lines. Like this, just to add a bit of detail. And then I'm coming in with a thinner piece, and I'm going to go the other way, just with some thinner lines. I think I'm going to leave it at that actually. And then I've got some bottle lids. In fact, I've got this that I thought I could make some marks. I'm not sure about that one yet though. Right, I'm going to start off with the largest lid. Don't overthink it, Nina. This is my trouble when I do things like this. I completely overthink about where I'm going to put the circles, and it really doesn't matter. Just get something down. That one isn't showing very well. There we go. And then I've got a smaller lid. I have to hide my lids now because Louis steals them. I catch him sometimes actually on top of my desk when he thinks I'm not looking, and he's come in here to look for lids. He's a funny thing, he really is. He's been hiding at the moment because the people have been here servicing my boiler. You might have been able to hear their voices earlier, and he didn't like it, so he's hiding. They've gone now. Right, okay, and I think I want just a couple of just random ones like this as well. I like that. I have one down there as well. Yep, I think I'm happy with that. So I'm going to give this a dry and then we'll see what we want to do next. I've made a decision. I've decided I want to use these 3 flowers here. I want sort of like a pretty whimsical page today. And I've got these this set of border stamps here. This was from Paper Chase, I think, a couple of years ago in the sale. It wasn't expensive at all. And I'm using this wiggly line here that I want to use for my flower stems. So I'm going to, in fact, move that one out of the way for the time being. Ink up my stamp. Let's have a look. And I'm going to stamp this first because it's the first time that I've used it. I'm just going to do it off camera. I just want to stamp it a couple of times just to make sure that I'm getting a good solid image. Yeah, there we go, that's better. I find that when you've not used a stamp before, the first couple of times you stamp it, it's just not very strong. So that's a little tip for you. So, right, so I carried on inking my stems, and then I went over them with this Stabilo Right for All, just to make them stand out a bit more. And I'm just currently inking around the edge of my flowers, and I've done these 2 here, and just see what a difference that makes. Here comes Louis. He's just coming. Is he coming in through the cat flap? Yes, he is. He's just shot off probably to find food. So I'm just inking, as I say, just around the edges like this, and it just makes the flowers pop off the page. I just really like the look of this. I am having so much fun using the embellishments that people have sent me. My hardest choice thing though is sort of deciding which ones to use. Love these flowers. These flowers here I think were from Debbie Dunham, so thank you, Debbie. How much fun is this? And thank you as well to Weenie for the background as well. Just love the Dylusion sprays. Right, there we go. So I'm just going to grab some glossy accents now and just glue the components down and glue my flowers in place. Right, so I've drawn some swirly leaves on my flowers and I've printed off my quote, and my quote today is, "There are always flowers for those who want to see them." So that's going to go there, something like that. I'm going to ink around the edges as well. There we go, that's that. Oh, we've got a little word here, believe. That's the prompt. There we go. So ink that whilst I'm at it. So there are always flowers. Let me have a look. For those who want to see them. And then I've got a little banner here. I think this was also from Debbie in the pack that she sent me. And then a little button that I want to pop somewhere like that. I shall fiddle around with this in a minute. And then I've got a little butterfly that I want to use, a heart, which I thought looks really sweet. And then to finish everything off, I've got this little bee. So here's my finished page, all glued into my journal. I inked around the edges in the end. I thought, keep it simple. I think there's enough going on in the background as it is. And then the only other thing I've added are some little pearly bits to the centre of the flowers. I used some of these stick-ons here, which I thought just finish the flowers off. So there we go. This week's prompt is believe, and my quote to go with it is, "There are always flowers for those who want to see them." That quote is by Henry Matisse, and to me it just means that if you want something badly enough, you'll do whatever you can to achieve it. So have belief in yourself that you can. So that's it for this week. I hope you liked that. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, I look forward to seeing what everybody else creates for this week's prompt. Anyway, take care everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.